Hey guys, thanks for stopping by and checking out the 2-minute warning today. I'm going to give you the answers to the question I posed to you on Wednesday. If you have a homeowner who's asking you to cover any of their deductible, I gave you 4 questions on Wednesday that you should ask the homeowner to answer. And when they can't, I'm going to give you the 4 answers today that you should give to them. So question number 1 was, do you feel, Mr. Homeowner, that the insurance company overpaid this claims? And inevitably, the homeowner's going to say, well, no. Generally, they feel like that the claim's been underpaid. Well, my answer to that question is always this. Then where do you think I'm going to get the money to cover the deductible for you? And I make them answer me. Because if the money's not there, where do they think it can come from? And generally, they don't care, but I'm going to ask them. Question number 2 was, who led you to believe that the deductible could be covered, whether it's by me or somebody else? Guys, we usually think it's other roofers, but I'm here to tell you today the scene has changed. I'm seeing more and more adjusters and yes, agents recommend to the homeowner to keep looking until they find somebody who'll cover the deductible. Sad but true. The third thing I asked the homeowner is, what was the plan? How did they say they were going to do it? Now guys, most homeowners don't care about that, but I want to make for sure they understand that marketing agreements and any other in lieu of, so to speak, are illegal and against the law. And if they're looking for somebody to participate in a fraudulent type of transaction, I'm not their guy. And the fourth thing is this. If the deal was so good and a deductible was offered to you, why didn't you take them up on the offer? And generally the reason they didn't is because that's really not the issue. Covering deductible is not the issue, because at the end of the day, probably the 30 people before you that knocked the door and the 100 people after you, most of them will cover deductible without any question. So I encourage you to ask the homeowner the same thing I ask them to question number 4, and that is this. What's really missing here? You could have had your deductible covered by the first probably 5 guys that knocked the door, but you didn't. So why don't you tell me what's really important to you so that I can set up an opportunity for you and I to do business together. Guys, quit covering deductibles. Answer the questions with the information I provide you today, and you'll get more deductibles, and you'll feel more profitable in your jobs, and the homeowner will live up to their obligation to the policy that they signed up for. Have a great day, guys. We'll talk soon.